is one of the best horror movie franchises I've ever liked and I have always watched. Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers, was the first Halloween I ever watched. Ever. When I was 9. And, in 2018, they did a redirect sequel to Halloween 1978, except this one is Halloween 2018. That was supposed to be H4O because Carpenter has been retired for years and years since he divorced himself from the cinematic abortion that was Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. He came back, helped David Gordon Green write the script, got it produced, got it on screen, and of course, wrote the music. Now, they are making a sequel that's going to debut in the theaters this October, and it's called Halloween Kills. So, I have a few theories on how this is going to play out. Okay, so let's go over the theories of how Halloween Kills can or will play out, and exactly what will work and what won't work with the film. So, let's get started. Let's start off with number 1. John Carpenter could have been writing the whole script and the film and producing it all in one setting, because unfortunately his partner Deborah Hill has not been technically teaming up with him to write this sequel. Now, number 2, The Mask is not going to be the same because Michael got incinerated in the Strode house. But, number 3, John Carpenter originally had the idea, but he was going to call this Halloween 2 at one point. That just would have been simple instead of Halloween Kills, because in my opinion, Halloween Kills is a really dumb, subtle title to begin with. So Halloween 2 would have been great. Here we are at number 4, and I cannot stress this enough. The Mask is just not the right one. You see, from 1978 to 2002 and 2009, each mask in the Halloween franchise, including Rob Zombie's, had different variations of the original mask. Now, this one right here, is a little bit burnt on the right side of the head, and on the other side it has a stab wound going to the cheek to where Laurie stabbed him in the face. I wouldn't be surprised if she used a clothes hanger. But this mask is going to look very different because in the original 1981 Halloween 2, Michael's mask burns off in the incineration. Except this one doesn't give a fuck and it just does it anyway. Which brings me down to number 6. The storyline. Although Halloween 1981 storyline was just taking place on the same night as Halloween 1978, where Laurie is being cared for by paramedics who transfer her to Haddonfield Memorial Hospital to get her arm stitched up. Now, in this film, I'm not sure which direction they're planning on going for, but in Halloween 1982, the Halloween 2 version, Michael stabs her in the arm and she gets her arm stitched up. This one, I'm not sure what the whole point behind it is. I don't know how the Haddonfield Memorial Hospital is supposed to help this film, but there's going to be 3 returning characters from the original series, such as Tommy Doyle, who will be portrayed by Anthony Michael, the one who played him in 1978. And you got the return of Lindsay Wallace. I forgot who played her, but this is what she looks like. To everybody who is a huge fan of Halloween 6 because it had Paul Rudd in it, I'm sorry to say this, but Paul Rudd is not playing Tommy Doyle in Halloween Kills. As a matter of fact, Anthony Michael is going to be portraying his role as Tommy Doyle like he did as a child in 1978. Of course, in this version, Tommy has had it up to here with the whole Myers case. Michael has wrecked his childhood back in 78, and now, and just like Earl in Halloween 4, he's forming his own lynch mob to finally take down the Shape. Now, remember that surprise recurring character that I was talking about? Before you ask, no, it's not Jamie Lloyd played by Danielle Harris. It's, as a matter of fact, Dr. Samuel Loomis, who was Michael's psychiatrist in the original one. Now, it's not quite clear how the two friends Tommy and Lindsay are going to take down the Shape together. But another thing that really boggles my mind is, how come Lori doesn't know that they know? I mean, how does she not know that both Tommy and Lindsay are going there to save her ass from the hands of Myers? Which brings me back to this part of my theory. Number 7. The storyline is exactly 100% different than 1981's Halloween 2. Now, it's said online, the plot was not yet to be revealed along with the trailer, but it should, and I repeat, it should give some kind of reason as to why Michael is hunting Lori.